po. Good morning. While we are waiting for the webinar to start, please make sure to turn off your microphone to avoid interruption during the session. Good morning everyone, and welcome to our webinar for today. This webinar will be focusing on cybersecurity awareness and digital parenting. Magiging maproduktibo po ang araw na ito para sa ating lahat, and we hope that you will learn more about the topic that DICT and in partnership with NEUST have prepared for you. But before that, allow me to read an excerpt from Republic Act 1017-3 or the Data Privacy Act of 2012, which says, the state recognizes the vital role of information and communications technology in nation building and its inherent obligation to ensure that personal information in information and communication systems in the government and in the private sector are secured and protected. This is from Republic Act number 10173. Again, good morning po sa ating mga participants joining us live here in Google Meet and watching live sa ating YouTube live stream at sa ating Facebook Live. Magandang umaga po. My name is Chris Norman Alipas, your moderator for today, and I am from the College of Information and Communications Technology of the Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. So, gaya nga po ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, magiging makabuluhan po ang ating maghapon, ang ating pagsasama ngayong maghapong ito dahil tayo po ay matututo at tataas ang ating level of awareness patungkol sa cybersecurity, sa digital parenting, at we have invited resource speakers na magbibigay at mag-share ng kanilang knowledge about sa mga topic na inihanda para sa ating lahat. This is made possible through the Department of Information and Communications Technology, Luzon, Cluster 2, and together with the Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology. Magandang umaga po. Now, allow me to please recognize our participants. Welcome sa ating DICT NEUST Digital Parenting Webinar. This is a two-part session po. This morning, we will be discussing about digital parenting, and we have invited an expert sa field na ito na mag-share ng kanyang knowledge about digital parenting this morning po. And in the afternoon, we will be talking about cybersecurity awareness. Hayaan niyo po ako na i-acknowledge ang ating mga participants, i-recognize. Aside from our participants joining from Central Luzon, we also have participants coming from Quezon Province, Rizal Province, from Davao, from Capiz, from Camsur, and from Marinduque, and yung mga iba pang parte ng ating bansa. I encourage everyone watching us live sa Facebook, sa YouTube, at yung mga kasama po natin dito sa Google Meet to please comment down your name and your institutions para po ma-recognize din kayo ng other participants na nanonood ngayong umagang ito. Again po, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Now, let me share to you the objective of this session. As part of the implementation of the fourth pillar of the National Cybersecurity Plan of 2022, or we call it the NCSP, which is the protection of each individual. This webinar aims to raise the level of awareness of the public on the importance of cybersecurity, and help educate, empower, and protect the individuals in the cyberspace. So these are the objective of our today's webinar. Now, please be reminded of the following guidelines and reminders, especially those of you who are joining us live via Google Meet. And again po, yung mga participants natin sa YouTube live stream at sa Facebook live stream, maraming salamat po sa inyong participation. Please comment down below your name and your institution. And later on, meron tayong Q&A. You can use the comment section para sa inyong mga tanong. Now, this webinar, ladies and gentlemen, is recorded for documentation purposes and will be posted in our YouTube live stream and in the Facebook live stream as well. Please turn off your microphone and camera for those of you who are joining us live via Google Meet, and do not share your screen or do any annotations. Please observe proper decorum and netiquette, and you can use the chat box or Q&A form na naka-flash sa inyong screen ngayon. It says there, the link, yung https://dn-qa-cyberdigipar. So kung meron po kayong mga tanong, please send in your questions in there, or you can use the comment sections, and our team would be very glad to gather all of them, to collect all of them, and later on, after our resource speaker will share the lecture, bibigyan po namin ng pagkakataon na sagutin ang inyong mga tanong tungkol sa kanyang madidiscuss na topics. Also, certificates will be provided to those of you who have attended the full duration of the webinar and answered the post-evaluation form. Later on po, ipopost po dito, ipopost po natin sa comment section yung ating attendance link. So make sure na makapag-attendance po kayo, as well as sa mga participants natin sa live stream at sa ating Facebook live stream. Please fill in the attendance link mamaya para sa inyong participation ngayong umaga. And don't forget the post-evaluation form. Ito po yung ating attendance form. Nakikita, naka-flashing yung screen, nakalagay na rin po sa ating comment section ang ating link. Now, friends, let me share to you the mandate and function of the Department of Information and Communications Technology. The DICT, or the Department of Information and Communications Technology, shall be the primary policy, planning, and coordinating, implementing, an administrative entity of the executive branch of the government that will plan, develop, and promote the National ICT Development Agenda. This is based from RA 10844. These are the programs and projects of the department. Nakikita nyo po sa inyong screen. Familiar naman po tayo that the DICT has been working very hard for us to experience the free Wi-Fi for all. And marami na rin po sa atin ang nakakaalam tungkol sa National Cybersecurity Plan. At also, yung ating Philippine National Public Key Infrastructure. These are some of the projects and programs that has been initiated and continuously conducted by the department para po sa ating lahat. Now, the NEUST, on the other hand, has this mandate and function. The university has primarily provides advanced instruction, professional training in arts, science and technology, education, and other related fields, undertake research and extension services, and provide progressive leadership in these areas, and to offer graduate, undergraduate, and short-term technical courses within areas of specialization and according to its capabilities, considering the needs of the province, the region, and the country. Kaya nga, in the Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology, we continuously transform communities through science and technology. Friends, allow us to share the programs and projects of the university. These are just some of them. We have here the Metal Innovation Center, the soon-to-rise Techno Hub, and also the Community Learning Resource and Innovation Center headed by Ruth Ann Santos under the Vice President for Research, Extension, and Training, and through the leadership also of the VP Foriat, Dr. Moralde, and our University President, Dr. Jacoba. Ilan lang po ito sa mga programs and projects ng University. And also, before we proceed, allow me to thank the DICT kasi the university has been one of the beneficiaries of the free Wi-Fi for all. Kaya po ang mga campuses po natin, nakaput up na po ang DICT ng Wi-Fi. Kaya po maraming salamat po sa projects na free Wi-Fi for all na makakatulong talaga sa ating mga estudyante, and also yung ating pong mga CLRC sa mga munisipyo ay patuloy na nagpo-prosper at na-establish through the Community Learning Resource and Innovation Center ng University. Again, maraming salamat po. Now, friends, allow me to introduce to you for the welcome remarks the Director for the DICT Luzon Regional Cluster 2, Engineer Reynaldo T.C.
Nice seeing na marami palang interested to join today's digital parenting seminar. I presume na lahat tayo dito ay parents. Pero it doesn't stop yung mga single naman dyan to join us. Anyway, the pandemic brought the worst and the best part in our lives. It obviously naman na yung worst is the effect of COVID to our health. But the best part ng pandemic, especially sa mother, is naging close yung family. Dahil lahat nasa bahay. Nauso na ngayon yung work from home sa mga working parents, kaya almost 24 hours magkakasama ang family. This gave the parents a chance to be close with their children and a great opportunity to spend quality time with their family. Another advantages that the pandemic also brought us is na-highlight the importance ng ICT, especially sa education. Dati hindi na pinag-uusapan yung mga online meeting like what we are doing now. Even work from home, wala naman dating work from home. Pag wala ka sa office, kahit ano ginagawa mo yung work mo sa bahay mo, absent ka pa rin, di ba? But now, totally nakaparadigm shift tayo. Puro online na pinag-uusapan, na kahit ang DepEd at JED, and even the private sector, ay nagbago na ng learning online classes na. Almost biglang pinagbawal ng face-to-face sa classroom. And instead, online learning na lahat. Diba? However, this online learning worries a lot of parents. Mostly ang tanong, paano ko maayos ang anak ko? Safe ba ang internet? Paano ko mamapantayan ang anak ko lagi na online? Bako ano ng website ang kanyang pinupuntahan? At iba't ibang papangkatanungan para lamang ma-assure ang safety ng mga anak sa paggamit ng internet. This is the purpose of our today's advocacy or seminar, which is about digital parenting. We will try to find out how parents can interact as well as guide their children to their new digital landscape. As we all know naman, mostly mas magagaling pa nga mga anak natin sa pag-internet. But there are ways to still monitor and assist our children to be safe and secure. This is our topic, how to be a digital parents to our kids. We have no choice but to embrace the new norms. We have to be the new digital parents to our kids. Sabi nga, think before you click.
Thank you so much, Engineer Reynaldo C, for the opening remarks. Again, welcome po sa ating mga participants. Sabi nga kanina ni Engineer, it doesn't stop the singles to join this webinar. Kaya This is not only made for our parents, actually pati yung ating mga ate at kuya na tumatayong magulang para sa kanilang mga kapatid can join this webinar, this session, kasi marami tayong matututunan. Hindi porke hindi pa tayo parent ay hindi na tayo matututo ng panibagong bagay. So we encourage everyone to please find the comfort pa sa inyong mga opisina o sa inyong mga tahanan para makinig sa ating session for today. Again, thank you po sa opening remarks from our Director, Engineer C. Now, allow me to introduce to you our resource speaker for today's session. She is a former academic head of STI College Southwoods in Carmona, Cavite. She has been in the academe for more than 10 years, and she is a parent and an advocate of digital citizenship and digital empowerment. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from the City Government of Binyan, Laguna, the Tech for Ed Center Manager, Ma'am Marley F. Vasquez.
Good morning to everybody. And thank you, Sir Chris, for that. Thank you for inviting me. It is my pleasure. It is my honor to be part of the webinar partnership between DICT Luzon Cluster 2 and NE Nueva Ecija University. Okay, so let's proceed with the presentation. Yan. So nag-breakfast po bang lahat? Normally, pag may face-to-face interaction po ako, nagkakaroon kami ng Zumba dance. Kaya ba mag-Zumba online? Anyways, so, ayan, again po, ako po si Marley Vasquez, dating teacher, and I think once a teacher, will always be a teacher, no? So, pusong guru po ako, kaya malapit ako sa mga estudyante, malapit ako sa setup ng academe. So, as part of our advocacy, or my advocacy, gusto ko pong mag-empower, no? I want to empower people by giving seminars, webinars like this, so that more people will be informed, will be aware kung ano ba yung mga dapat nating gawin, no? Mas maganda kasing alam natin kung ano yung dapat gawin, ano yung hindi dapat gawin. And we can also teach that to our children, no? Mas maganda kasi yung environment, mas healthy yung environment kapag hanggat kaya, tama yung ginagawa, no? So, this digital parenting session, I hope that hindi masayang yung 2 oras ninyo. We'll make sure that you will learn something from us. Although, I think alam na ng iba, alam na ng marami kung ano yung mga sasabihin natin dito, no? But it is still best to remind everybody na ito yung dapat nating gawin. Ito yung dapat nating lalo na ngayon, no, sabi nga ni Engineer Ray kanina, na mas na-highlight yung use ng ICT. Kasi dahil sa pandemic, lahat nasa bahay, lahat online, no? Hindi pwedeng yung anak mo, iiwanan mo na lang with the gadget without monitoring. Mahirap din yon. So, kahit na magkakasama tayo, minsan there are times na kanya-kanya pa rin, no? Kanya-kanyang hawak ng gadget, kanya-kanyang laro, kanya-kanyang nood. But it shouldn't be like that. Kaya, ito pong umaga na ito, I hope that meron po kayong matutunan galing sa amin. Okay, let's proceed. Tignan niyo po yung mga pictures na nakalagay dyan. Siguro, gusto ko sanang interactive, no, makita yung survey, kaso hindi ko na nagawa yun sa Mentimeter, no. But I know na gustong-gusto nyong laruin to. I don't know, hindi ko alam kung pwede kayong mag-turn on ng microphone. This first one, the first picture is what? Tumbang preso, no? have you tried playing tumbang preso? Ako kasi babae, feeling ko yung larong tumbang preso, no, parang pang lalaki lang. But you see the picture, sinali ko talaga na meron din siyang pambabae, no? Gender equality, lahat ng laro pwede, babae, lalaki. So, tumbang preso is game of strategy, diba, nakakamiss. The second picture is, ano po yan? Luksong tinik. No, parang luksong tinik. Na-experience niyo po ba ito, mga mommies? Or ang ating mga kabataan ngayon? Nalalaro pa ba ito? Bago mag-pandemic, I hope na-try niyo siya. Pero ako hindi, kasi masyado akong sexy. No? Hindi kayang tumalon. No? So, kailangan pa mag-exercise para magawa ko yan. The third picture na pinresent is what? Talaga namang gustong-gusto to ng mga oldies. I don't know kung nalalaro pa din siya ngayon. Yung sungka, no? Naalala ko nung bata kami, talagang non-stop ang laro. Pag natalo, laro ulit. Okay? Ang sungka, hindi lang pang matanda, pang bata din siya, no? For all ages. And another one, ito, yung patintero. Kala ko pang bata lang siya dati, no? Nung nag-high school, college, nag-teacher, nilalaro pa rin yung patintero pag intrams. Di ba ang saya? So, nakakamiss itong mga ganitong times that we can interact with people. And lastly, although maraming traditional games, ito lang yung example ko, na-experience nyo din ba maglaro ng piko? Ginagamit yung kakain ng saging, tapos anong gagawin? Yung balat ng saging gagawing pamato, no? Yung sa piko. So, meron pang Care Bears, iba-ibang klase ng piko. So, these traditional games, medyo nawala na siya ngayon, lalo na nung nag-pandemic. But we still encourage parents that to find a way, no, somehow, na malaro pa din at malaman ng mga batang ito yung traditional games natin. Okay? So, next slide po. What about digital games? Nako, ito yung mga gustong-gusto ng youngsters natin, no? I think most of our participants today are from the youth sector, no? So, parang ilang percent ang youth natin ngayon? 46.9% are students. And baka 99% of these students are playing these digital games. So, we have the League of Legends. What else? Mobile Legends, yan. Minecraft. Ito medyo pang bata, pero I think still teenagers, college students, some are still playing Minecraft, no? Kasi it stimulates how to create, be creative, ganyan. The other one, walang name. Are you familiar with this? Ha? Nag-originate daw yan sa Teletubbies. Naalala nyo ba yung Teletubbies? Tignan nyo yung naka-red. No? So may mga memes na lumalabas na this character originated from Teletubbies. No? But actually, this is Among Us. No? Yung may red parang sa outer space. And then, yung mga, I shared this fifth picture. I know because yung mga senior citizens, I know there are still, we have audience also na senior citizens, no? Dito sila, ito yung naging pastime nila, mga for several years already. They are playing this Candy Crush, okay? And the other one, pag offline, pero digital games pa rin siya. Ano yung last game natin na pwedeng makita dito? Sir? We have mahilig sa cards, no? Solitaire. Pag walang kalaro, computer ang kalaro. Okay? So, I do believe that the people, our audience, have experience playing either at least one of these games, no? Mapa traditional man or digital games man. Okay? So, why I divided these two games, okay? So, tignan po natin. Have you heard about digital natives or digital immigrants? Narinig na po ba yung mga salita na yan? So, bago natin puntahan yung digital parenting, let's see this first, no? Intindihin natin siya so that we'll be able to appreciate later on ano ba yung digital parenting. Okay? So, when we say digital native, ano to? Sino tong mga to? Okay? These are the young persons who has grown up in the digital age. So, eto na yung digital age wherein they have close contact with computers, internet, video game consoles. Tapos nagkaroon tayo ng mga mobile phones, smartphones, tablets, and even the use of social media. So yan yung mga batang pinanganak during and has grown up during the digital age. So sila yung mga tinatawag na Gen Y or Millennials. Gen Z, ano pa? Sorry, medyo nagkaano siya. And Generation Alpha. Okay? So mayroon pang maririnig nyo pa yung mga terms na neo-digital natives, true digital natives, or they are the digital integrator. So these are the young ones. Saan kayo papasok dyan? Ano ba mga age? Hindi kasi kita sa demographics natin yung age, no? But since the sector is young, youth, so most likely, ang majority of our audience right now are digital natives, no? But sabi nga kanina, hindi porkit single ka or bata ka, hindi ka eligible na umattend nito, no? This webinar is for all para maintindihan natin kung ano yung dapat natin gawin to have a better and safer online and digital experience, no? While digital immigrants naman, eto naman yung mga silent generation, yung mga pinanganak earlier than 1944, no? So, baby boomers, Generation X. Although, pag nakita nyo, pag nag-research kayo, merong konting difference sa date, no? Mga 2 years difference. Pero, yung range naman niya, hindi masyado nagkakalayo, no? So, who are these digital immigrants? They are the people who grew up before the advent of or before the start of the internet. Okay? Sila yung medyo mga hesitant to use the technology. Okay? So, bago yan, hindi ako marunong yan. Although kahit madali naman siyang aralin, but yung mentality ng mga digital immigrants, especially the silent generation and the baby boomers, okay, hindi ko po nila lahat kasi meron talagang mga tech-savvy din na mga baby boomers, no? But more than 50% of them, they are very hesitant in using digital technology. And that would be a problem for us to become digital parents, no? So, we'll see later on paano ba natin masosolve yun, okay? So, because of this age difference, generation difference, nagkakaroon tayo ngayon ng, sir, we're having this generation gap, okay? So, we aim to solve this problem. Actually, para siya talagang problema, no? So, parang yung mga anak natin, in order for them to understand us and for us to understand them, tignan natin ano ba yung nagiging problema. Okay? So parang ganito siya. We have to acknowledge that there is a problem so that we can solve it later on. So that problem is the digital generation gap. Okay? So this refers to the perceived gap between the younger people and their parents and grandparents. And actually, hindi lang siya by blood, no? Even with their elders, tita, tito, even with their teachers, nagkakaroon sila ng problema. Okay? So, in every generation develops new slang words. So, later on, latter part of the presentation, I'll be showing you some of the slang words that they are using that they have created. Yung mga words na wala naman sa diksyonaryo, pero dahil laging ginagamit ng mga bata, nagkakaroon tayo ng mga new words, no? So we'll see that later on. So ano pa yung mga example ng generation gap natin? Okay? For example, when we talk about communication skills, okay? Yung mga sa work, kunyari, okay, sa school, yan, may mga superiors tayo, may mga subordinates, may department head, merong mga faculty, di ba? So, meron tayong mga age differences. When we talk about communication skills sa older worker or older people, it means formal writing and speaking abilities. But when you talk about when you speak with people with ages 20s, early 20s, late 20s, sa kanila ano nang ibig sabihin pag sinabing communication? Okay? Una nilang may isip is email, instant messenger, 'di ba? Yan na gagamitan na ng technology. Unlike yung mga older people, they would have hard copy, printed reports, 'di ba? Pero pag mga younger generation, ano na lang, sending ng emails, no? Less papers, no? People often have private conversations in secret, in a crowded room. Before, when we want to have meetings like that, anong ginagawa natin? Nagsiset ng meeting, we set a place where we could meet, where we could discuss things, no? But these days, hindi na kailangan ng physical area to meet. Ano na lang? Gumagamit tayo ng technology to conduct meetings like this. We can use several platforms, Zoom, Google Meet. Before gumagamit ng Skype, 'di ba? Ang daming tools na pwedeng gamitin na yun na ang ginagamit ng younger generation. What the digital immigrants can do is to also adapt. Pero paano sila mag-a-adapt if they would not parang lower their level na i-accept na ito na ang kailangan ngayon, na ito na ang trend ngayon. Okay, so children increasingly rely on personal technological devices like cell phones so that they can define themselves and create social circles apart from their families. Okay, this changing the way they communicate with their parents. Okay, dati phone calls, pagkasama sa bahay yan anong gagawin? Nasa taas yung isa, nasa taas yung anak, yung nanay nasa baba. Instead of going down, anong gagawin? Dahil parehong merong gadget, they would just text. They would just send, dati SMS ngayon, no? Ngayon dahil may internet, may PM pa, no? Private message. Ganun na ngayon ang communication. But, madali, di ba? Madali siya. Hindi kailangan bumaba ng hagdanan to communicate. Pero may nawawala. Something is missing. No? Parang nawawala na yung communication, actual communication, face-to-face contact ng communication, no? Now, cell phones, instant messaging, email, and the like have encouraged younger users to create their own inventive, quirky, and private written language. Yan nga, sabi ko kanina, meron na silang sarili nilang language, okay? And I believe the digital immigrants should be aware of this and should also know that. Okay? Parang pag pumunta ka sa ibang bansa, iba yung language nila. Mapapa, ano ba yung sinasabi nila? Okay? Kasi iba yung language. So ngayon, ganun din. If you will see your children using mga acronyms, mapapaisip ko, ano bang pinag-uusapan nito mga batang ito? Okay? Sometimes kailangan alam mo din, no? Para naiintindihan mo kung ano yung gusto niyang i-relay na message ng mga younger ones. Okay? So yun sa communication skills. With regards to language skills naman, ang napapansin ko, before, I don't know, maybe na-experience nyo, no? Yung mga shorthand, stenography. Ako kasi hindi basta alam ko kailangan maganda sulat at maayos ang sulat. Readable, okay. Okay? Pero ngayon, yung mga younger generation, ano nang mapapansin nyo po? Since they are not really writing anymore, they are using the technology, to send messages. Even sa school, 'di ba? Hindi na lahat hard copy na magsusulat ka. I-send mo online. Ita-type mo yung answer using office tools. Tapos nawawala na yung practice sa pagsusulat. Kaya anong nagiging effect? Nagiging tamad magsulat yung mga bata. Kahit college students, believe it or not, 'di ba? Mga teachers, malaman nyo po yung mga estudyante nyo, picturean na lang po namin yung lecture. Ano pa? Nagsiselfie dun sa lecture. Ayaw na magsulat. Okay? Iyan yung isang downside ng technology that we parents, that we teachers should see na dapat meron din tayong gawing action, no? Para at least hindi siya mawala, hindi tuloy ang mawala yung means na ganun, okay? Sige po. Yan. So, yan, pasok tayo sa digital parenting. So, it describes parental efforts, okay, and practices for comprehending, supporting, regulating children's activities in the digital environment, okay? Okay yan, maganda yung ICT, no? Maganda yung technology. Pero too much of something unmoderated is a problem. Okay? Kaya yung mga parents natin ngayon, pag nag-research po kayo, nakaka-experience sila ng mga problems kasi hindi agad. Okay? Hindi, parang naging uncontrollable na yung mga anak nila in terms of using technology, the digital technology, no? That's why digital parenting is very important. We have to teach our children, our kids, our students to become responsible users of information and communications technology. Hindi lang ng tablet, hindi lang ng cellphone, okay, ng computers. So, even game consoles, di ba? It's part of digital things, di ba? So, kailangan maturuan natin sila ng tama. Okay? Magabayan natin sila ng tama. And this also allows parents to mediate children activities with digital technologies. Kaya lang, nagkakaroon tayo ng problema, dito sa pagsabi natin ng mediate. Okay? The activities that takes place in the virtual environment, unlike the experiences in the real environment, can reverse the relationship between the competent person or the adults or the parents and the learner. Anong ibig sabihin nito? Dapat tayong mga matatanda, di ba normally, ang mga matatanda, ang mga teachers, ang magtuturo sa mga bata. But nowadays, nagkakaroon tayo ng reverse socialization. Okay? What does it mean? Yung mga bata na ngayon ang nagtuturo sa mga matatanda. Okay? So parang nabanggit ni engineer kanina that you'll never know that the children, our children, are knowledgeable, far knowledgeable than us parents, no? And we have to acknowledge that really. Okay? So when children's knowledge and digital competence, like playing new apps, using new platforms, okay, they overcome that of parents, and many shared experiences can be child-initiated, okay? So, imbis na yung parents, yung adults yung magsa-start, it would be the children, okay? So, reverse socialization seems to be peculiar feature of the digital experience, okay? And it imposes new challenges to parental role, okay? So ito ngayon yung challenge natin, no? Reverse socialization describes all situations where children possess a better understanding or more advanced skills than the adults, okay? So this gap between generations is more marked in low-income families or low-educated parents, okay? Kasi, syempre, yung mga, I don't know how I will say this, meron kasi tayong digital divide, no? Hindi lahat nagkakaroon ng opportunity na magkaroon ng access sa internet, access sa technology. So, most of these parents, yun nga, hindi talaga sila nagkakaroon ng opportunity to learn. Hindi katulad nung mga kabataan, mga anak nila na dahil kailangan sa school, kaya natututunan nila. Okay? But children, o yung mga kabataan natin dyan, I know medyo hesitant kayong turuan yung mga parents ninyo. Okay? Okay na yan, yaan mo na sila, matatanda na sila. Kung kulit naman, ang hirap turuan. Okay? May mga ganong mentality, no? But it would be better sana, no, to take the other side of it. Okay? children, the younger ones, should have, the initiative, the patience to teach the older ones. Tapos tayo namang mga matatanda, okay, parang digital parenting, pero yun nga, kasi this is the challenge, Tayo mga matatanda, let's also accept the fact that we should do something to learn. Either we do it on ourselves, we do it na tayo yung mag-aral, or magpaturo din tayo sa kanila, sa mga anak natin, or sa ating mga colleagues, okay? Para to solve this reverse socialization, kailangan mag-double time ang adult, okay? Para hindi kayo maungusan ng mga bata. Kasi lalo na for younger ones, yung mga grade schoolers, kapag mas magaling sila kesa sa ating mga matatanda, hindi na natin sila makokontrol, You won't be able to know also kung ano na yung mga measures mo na tama ba yung ginagawa nila. Baka mamaya, beyond your yung mga ginagawa nila. Kailangan meron tayong measures, meron tayong para hindi maging rampant tong reverse socialization. Tayo pa rin dapat matatanda ang mas nagtuturo sa kanila. Okay? So, however, this parang past years, many parents have already developed adequate knowledge and technical skills, and that's good to know, That's good to hear. To share digital experiences with their children. They appreciate benefits of the web and strive to comprehend its complexity. And now that's where digital parenting comes. So yung medyo, aminin man natin o hindi, yung medyo nalileft behind ng konti, hindi pwedeng, ay wala akong pakialam, hayaan mo na yung mga anak ko. Hindi pwedeng ganon. Let's have some time to do something. Mag-isip-isip po tayo ngayon, ngayong araw na to pagtapos ng webinar. Kailangan ko bang hayaan na gano'n na lang yung mga anak ko, yung kahit teenager, younger ones, teenagers, mga college students. I know college students have your own mind na, very independent, okay? Pero you still have to understand na we parents really care about you, na kami pa rin dapat yung masusunod, ayun, sige. Tingnan natin yung digital parenting. I hope clear po yun, And we have 3 basic objectives. Actually, ang dami, Ang dami nating pwede maging objectives, but we'll just focus on these 3. First is the to consciously or deliberately teach digital citizenship. Ano bang pag sinabi nating digital citizenship? So this refers to the responsible technology use. Yung sinasabi natin kanina. Hindi pwedeng alam mo lang gumamit ng computer. Hindi pwedeng alam mo lang gumamit ng smartphone. Tapos wala ka nang pakialam about values. Okay? Kasama yung values formation sa paggamit ng technology. That comes the digital citizenship. Okay? So teaching digital citizenship is essential in helping students, in helping our children to achieve and understand digital literacy, as well as ensuring that we prevent cyberbullying, online safety, digital responsibility, and digital health and wellness. Kasama lahat yun sa digital citizenship. Okay? Parang tayo whole well-being of a person while using the digital technology. Okay? So yan po. Next is model responsible use of technology. It's not enough that we teach our students. We teach our children. Okay? Dapat we should serve as role models. Paano ba yon? Pag sinabi mong 10 o'clock tapos na yung paggamit ng cellphone, minsan experience ko to, guilty, but I should always remind myself, that we should model responsible use of technology. When you say to your children, 10 o'clock, dapat tapos na, tutulog na. Kaya lang, ang sarap manood ng K-drama di ba? May nakaka-relate ba sa akin? Ang sarap manood ng K-drama. Ang dami-daming channel, VIU, WeTV, madami pa. Nagkalat sa social media. Nanonood ka pa sabi ng anak ko sa akin, Ma, 10 o'clock na, let's sleep. Teka lang anak, one more episode. Diba? Anong may isip ng anak mo noon? Okay? Na Sabi mo 10 o'clock eh. It should be followed. Okay? Pag natulog na yung anak mo, yaan mo muna matulog yung anak mo at saka kalut manood. What matter is, nakita niya na in-implement mo yung batas na sinasabi nyo, na pinag-usapan nyo. Okay? Pag sinabi mo sa hapagkainan, walang gagamit ng cellphone, make sure that when you're eating, you stop using your cellphone. Okay? Hindi yung kumakain, sabi mo sa anak mo, walang cellphone. Pero ikaw naman, cellphone and cellphone. Okay? So, please let us set a good example. Okay? Mahirap, pero kailangan natin gawin. Okay? Kasi i-build natin yung foundation sa mga bata di ba? So, kailangan talagang it takes an effort, no? It takes an effort to set an example, a good example to our children, to our students, okay? O yun, example pa rin sa classroom. Sorry dagdag ko lang to. Sabi mo sa mga estudyante mo, no use of cellphone while in your class. Ito yung may face-to-face or even online. Naka-online kayo, may online class. Sabi mo, walang cellphone. Pero ikaw din naman, nag-excuse ka, nagsi-cellphone. Kahit na nag-excuse ka, pag oras ng klase at nag-set ka ng ganong rule, try to follow it as much as you can. Okay? So that is how we set a good example to our children, to our students. And our third objective is better monitor online time of your children. Okay? Sa mga bata, younger ones, mga elementary, mga high school yan, kaya mo pang i-monitor yan no? Kaya mo pang kontrolin yan. Pero pagdating na ng college, may kanya-kanyang palo na yung mga estudyante, no? May kanya-kanyang tigas na ng ulo yan. Okay? So ano nang kailangan natin? For parents who have children, younger children, yan, dapat po magkaroon tayo ng sarili nating measures or paraan kung paano nyo mamomonitor yung oras ng mga anak nyo sa paggamit ng computer. Okay? Pag mga college students naman, this is a personal responsibility that you have to do. Okay? Kailangan maging responsible kayo. Kasi your own health, your own well-being ang at stake dito if you won't monitor how much time, how long will you stay, how long will you use your gadget or your digital gadgets, okay? So hopefully, these three objectives, ma-achieve natin, no? Achievable naman siya. It's just that you really have to exert effort. So maasahan po ba namin yung mga parents na nandito, mga teachers na nandito, even college students that you'll try to practice this objectives para ma-achieve natin siya. And parang pag ginawa natin siya, magkakaroon tayo ng healthy environment. Okay? So yan. Sige po, next. Yan. So parang ganito din siya, no? The challenges for parents and for teachers as well. Okay? Lack of understanding of the emerging technologies. Ito yung mga dapat nating isolve, no? Lack of understanding of the emerging technologies. We all know that, in ICT, ang bilis ng transition, ang bilis ng development, no? Kapag hindi sumabay, kumbaga yung term na nakialam, yung mga parents, kumbaga if you will not try to teach yourselves, mapapag-iwanan kayo ng mga anak ninyo, ng mga estudyante ninyo. So you have to understand that we need to take extra effort, no, to understand these technologies so that we can understand our children, our students, and know how to help them. Okay? Para mas matuto sila at mas ma-implement nila yung paggamit ng technology ng tama. Okay? Next is digital gaps between parents and children. So na-mention ko na kanina yung digital gaps na yan na dapat mawala, no? Mawawala lang yan if there is communication between the parents and the children. Okay? So yan. Kids overexposure to gadgets. Kasalanan ng parents yan if the children are exposed to gadgets. Okay, walang ibang sisisihin dyan. Pagpatawan nyo po, but I have to say this. Kaya nagkakaroon ng overexposure ang mga bata, it's because the parents allowed it. Okay? Kung sa umpisa pa lang, nagkaroon na naset nyo na merong guidelines, hindi magkakaroon ng overexposure. No? Sabihin ng iba, solo parent po ako, working po ako, naiiwan sa yaya. Kahit na, still, kausapin ng yaya, kausapin ng mga kasama sa bahay, para magtulungan kayo. Hindi pwedeng ikaw lang It should be an effort also from the other people na kasama ng bata. Okay? Actually, medyo ako din problema ko yan. Pero, hindi naman masyado. I'm a solo parent. Ang kasama ng anak ko sa bahay, ang nanay at tatay ko, mga senior citizen na sila. My kid is, I have a 9-year-old kid. Madalas siyang mag-cellphone, no? Kasi walang kalaro sa bahay Cellphone ang gamit. Okay? Pero hindi ko siya tinatanggalan ng cellphone kasi nakita ko yung responsibility niya. No? He's responsible in using his gadget. Okay? Although minsan, pag sasabihin mo, pag-uutusan mo, online, alam mo na yon. You should show respect to the children also. You should learn when to force them to stop. Okay? Kunyari online, ano ba, yung mga naglalaro ng ML. Okay? Pag sinabing online, alam ko na yon. I have to respect him na, sige, maya-maya pag natapusan, how long it will take? 15 minutes. Okay, after 15 minutes, kailangan kausapin niya na ako. Okay? So, yun again, this third challenge for the parents is very hard, no? Especially if you are not 24/7 with your kid. But try to seek help from other people na kasama ng bata so that they won't be too exposed to gadgets. And the fourth one, the growth in physical health issues among youth due to non-activity. Pag humawak na po kasi kayo ng cellphone pag nanonood, ako nga, binilhan ako ng bike para pumayat. Alam niyo yung stationary bike? Sabi, ang haba-haba ng oras mo sa panonood ng K-drama, bakit hindi ka umupo sa bike at mag-exercise ka? Medyo mahirap. Kasi di ba hindi mo mabasa yung subtitle? Pag nag-exercise ka, ang hirap, di ba? So, what more dun sa mga bata? Hindi mo mapapagawang multitasker sila, pero when you tell them to do something physically, hindi nila nagagawa yan mamaya, I will show you other pictures about it. Pag gumamit na ng cellphone yan, hindi nakakain. Either dalawa lang yan. Makalimutan kumain, kasalanan pa rin ni parent pag hindi mo pinakain yan on time, pag hindi mo pinigil at para kumain. Or, dahil nga parang yung binge eating, no? Pag nanood ka, binge watching, kasama na yung binge eating, kasama yun sa pagkain, kung ano nung kinakain, so tumataba naman yung bata, hindi nag-exercise, okay? And lastly, isa sa mga nagiging problema ng mga parents is yung social impairment of children. Anong ibig sabihin ng social impairment? Nagkakaroon ng problema. It occurs when an individual acts in a less positive way or they perform worse when they are around others. Nagiging sila parang introvert. Parang sarili lang nila. Mas masaya ako na ako lang mag-isa. Okay? Kasi nga walang social interaction, kaya nagkakaroon ng social impairment. But nowadays, no, yung mga games, nakakatuwa din, nagkakaroon sila ng interaction. But then again, parents should be careful kasi hindi mo alam kung sino yung mga kalaro niyan Okay? Kailangan mo pa rin i-remind and once in a while, check your children kung sino yung mga kalaro at kung ano yung ginagawa when they are online. So, these challenges for the parents really are hard, parang katulad dun sa objectives natin, no? Yung objectives natin, kapag ginawa natin yon, most likely, these challenges will be solved. Okay, matutulungan tayong masolve itong mga problema na ito ng parents if we will be able to do the 3 objectives that I mentioned a while ago. Okay? Next po. Yan. So, there are different effects of using electronic gadgets. Okay? Sabihin nyo, gumamit lang ng electronic gadget, ito na kagad ang effect. Okay? Pero, mind you, I have to tell you that this 10 things that I would be mentioning okay, will be effect. Okay, will be parang magiging effect siya ng excessive use of electronic gadgets. Pag yung normal use naman, most likely hindi naman may encounter to mga effects na to, no? Pero kapag too much use, overexposure, unmonitored, uncontrolled, unmoderated, yon magiging problema to mga babanggitin natin ngayon, no? First one is hampers cognitive development. Let's show the picture. Nawala rin ano. Sige. Yan, sige. Yan, yung first muna, no? Hampers cognitive development, okay? Ano ba pag sinabi nating cognitive? This is the mental or the thinking. It refers to the brain, no? Your baby's brain develops at a rapid pace from the time they are born. Alam po natin yan, no? Mabilis mag-grow. But researchers have shown that overexposure to gadgets can result to slow cognitive development, okay? And also they are having attention deficit, even impaired hearing. Paano kayo nagkakaroon ng ganun? Siyempre, yung mga bata kasi, hindi pa masyadong, hindi katulad ng adults, di ba? Kahit makarinig tayo ng malakas na sounds, parang carry, kaya pa natin, no? But for children, kailangan moderated yung sound, yung volume, yung mga naririnig nila, okay? From the time they learn to utter their first few words, the only person reading, singing the songs or the nursery rhymes, and talking to them should be you and not fictitious character on the TV or the tablet. Okay? Anong ibig sabihin nito? Kasi pag hinahayaan natin yung mga as early as 2 years old, 3 years old, hinahayaan natin manood yung mga bata, no? Sa YouTube, okay? Although mga mga educational naman siya. Yung iba naman, yung mga characters, cartoon characters, tapos parang ang mga salita nila hindi normal na salita. Okay? So nagkakaroon, doon tayo most likely magkakaroon ng problema. Okay? But for me, as my experience, mga 2 or 3 years old yung anak ko, he started watching the internet. Okay? Pero I made sure na ang pinapanood niya is yung meron siyang matututunan. Doon niya natutong mag-English yung anak ko Siguro mga hanggang 5, 6 years old lang siya magsalita ng English. Na-force lang mag-Tagalog because it's needed in school. Pero talagang hindi naman English speaker ang nanay at tatay ko. Pero yung anak ko, when he speaks, during that time talagang English. Saan niya nakuha yon? By watching. From watching the internet. Okay? But I made sure, again, na ang pinapanood niya is yung normal yung salita. Hindi yung mga character na parang mga ganon na hindi mo na maintindihan yung salita, no? So siguro, yun, nakatulong sa kanya to speak. Okay? So ang advice sa mga parents, it's okay naman. For me, personal experience ko, kasi hanggang ngayon wala namang problema yung anak ko in terms of hearing, in terms of brain development. Parang wala naman siyang problemang gano'n, no? Nag-excel din naman siya sa school. Ang nagiging problema lang yan, that's why it's being hampered kapag hindi monitored kung ano yung mga pinapanood. Okay? So, let's try to check, okay, kung ano yung ipapanood natin sa mga bata. Kung meron silang sarili nilang access, try to control it. Na parang nabubuksan lang nila is yung kaaya-aya sa inyo. I'm not saying na I will not tell kung ano yung okay o hindi. Kasi we have our own preferences, di ba? We have to respect each other's preferences. So it's up to you to determine ano yung okay sa anak ko. Okay? Pero marami naman makikita niyo mga educational material sa YouTube, sa internet that can be helpful to your children. Okay? Next is it builds obsession leading to agitation. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Ano ba pag sinabi nating agitation? May inis, may anxiety, may worry. Okay? Bakit ganun? Naglalaro na nga ng cellphone. Bakit magkakaroon pa ng ganun? Ng anxiety, ng worry. Okay? Alam niyo ba yun, na-experience niyo ba yun na kapag naiinis yung anak niyo, maingay, ayaw niyo ng maingay, o bigyan ng cellphone. Bigyan ng cellphone yan. Okay, tapos tatahimik na, diba? Ganon ang nagiging yung mga unaware na parents na with regards to digital parenting, ganon ang gagawin nila. Okay? Para tumahimik ang anak, para walang magulo sa bahay, bigyan ng gadget yan. And which is medyo may problema. It shouldn't be the reason why you will give the gadget to the student or to the children. Okay? Hindi dapat yun yung primary reason. Bigyan mo siya ng cellphone, bigyan mo siya ng digital gadget, electronic gadget to learn, to enjoy. Pero hindi para patahimikin siya. Okay? Bakit? Kasi parang it will build obsession. Ibig sabihin, pag kinuha mo na sa kanya yon, magkakaroon siya ng tantrums, no? Ano mangyayari? Lalo siyang maiinis kapag kinuha mo na sa kanya yung cellphone. Kumbaga yun na yung comfort niya eh. Okay? Na-obsess na siya dun sa gadget. That makes him agitated. Okay? So dapat iba yung reason natin ba't natin bibigyan ng cellphone or ng gadget yung mga anak natin. So this obsession can further lead to increased agitation and temper tantrums if parents take these gadgets away or refuse to give them again. So if you don't want an agitated toddler, limit the extent of exposure to electronic gadgets before your kids gets too attached to them. Okay? So it's up to you paano mo siya kokontrolin. Again, ulitin ko po, wag nating bibigyan ng cellphone or ng kahit anong gadget ang mga bata kapag sila ay umiiyak. It's not a pacifier. Okay? Hindi dapat maging pacifier ang gadget. Okay? So I hope it's clear po. Next is sleeping disorders. No? Nagkakaroon ng sleep disorder ang mga bata. Bakit? Katulad nga nun, alas 10 lang dapat matulog na, di ba? Dahil ikaw, nagse-cellphone ka pa din, hayaan mo na yung anak mo mag-cellphone. Okay? So, mali po yun. Okay? Ano nangyayari? Tapos may klase pa, may online class kinabukasan. Okay? Nagkakaroon ng sleeping disorder. This is one of the primary reasons, no? Why children should not be given a gadget until they reach a certain age. Okay? Pero sabi mo, nakakaawa naman yung anak ko. Lahat ng mga bata may cellphone. Siya wala. Bigyan ko rin siya ng cellphone. Okay lang po yun. Okay? Siyempre, as parents, gusto mo ma-experience din ng anak mo kung anong meron yung iba. Pero nasa inyo pa rin yun kung paano mo kokontrolin. Okay? So that they will not experience this sleeping disorder. Okay? Kasi mahirap po ito eh. Kung adults nga, ang namumroblema eh. Kapag may sleeping disorders, di lalo na yung mga bata. Okay? Kasi mas magiging sila, less productive. Okay? Diyan papasok naman yung stress. Sir, pa-click nga po ng mga picture. Okay? So magkakaroon ng, ayan, yung kanina sa building obsession. Sige, next, sir. Yan naman yung sleeping disorders. Next is stress. Okay? Stress hindi lang yan pang adults, no? Even younger ones are experiencing stress. Okay? Paano ba? Stress is developed with every gadget you use to communicate. Okay? Examplein muna natin to sa mga older ones. Okay? When you wait for a phone call o nag-apply ka ng trabaho, you're waiting for online interview. Di ba nakaka-stress kung anong oras tatawag? Although alam mo na kung anong oras, pero pag tumawag, kakabahan ka, mas-stress ka, di ba? It builds up extra tension in your mind. So this leads to stress, which in turn affects your health. Okay? So stressful yan. Mga college students, na-experience ba yan? Pag magpapasa ng project, okay? Ang hilig kasi ng mga estudyante, last minute, yung mga buzzer beater na extension. Ang haba na ng binigay, extension pa, wow! Diba? Kasi ang haba, kung kailan binigay, gawin na kagad. Hindi yung a day or two ng deadline, tsaka lang gagawin. So, that makes you more stressed. Okay? Tapos, ngayon, nakakadagdag ng stress din. Kawawa naman yung iba because of the digital divide. But I know DICT is trying to solve that digital divide, no? Yung iba naman nasa-stress kasi walang technology, walang device na magamit. Diba? Stress talaga yon. Yung mga college students, senior high school students, dahil nga nauso yung online, ang dagdag stress nila is yung wala silang magamit na technology or na gadget. But it's another story, but we'll try to help them, no? But again, with regards to stress, hindi lang siya sa trabaho, hindi lang siya sa pag-aaral. Even when you are playing games, you are being stressed. Tama ba? May naka-experience na maganon. Nasi-stress habang nanonood ng TV. Habang naulitin ko Korean K-drama. Mahilig kasi ako sa K-drama eh. Nanonood ka ng K-drama, nasi-stress ka pa. Kasi affected ka nung story. Yung mga bata, minsan nakikita ko yung anak ko, nagre-react. Mag-isa lang siya naglalaro. Ano yan? Stress ka, anak? Nasi-stress yung mga naglalaro. Bakit? Because they are aiming something tapos hindi nila ma-aim. So, stressing. Okay? Check your children. I-monitor nyo kung ano yung ginagawa nila. Okay? Titignan nyo. Kahit hindi nyo naman actually nakikita yung laging papanoorin kung ano yung ginagawa nila. Be observant of their reactions. Be observant of their mga expressions nila while using the gadget. And then it will help you, no? Na ma-realize mo na parang nasistress yung anak ko. Try to do something. Pwedeng bawasan mo yung oras niya sa paggamit ng gadget. You can find ways on how to relieve stress. Okay? Next is let's focus on studies. Dahil nga may sleeping disorder, nagiging stressful, ano nagiging effect? They become what? They have lesser focus on their studies, no? So, the more gadgets kids use, the more addicted they get to them. Tama po ba? Meron ng cellphone, may tablet na, may desktop pa, may laptop pa. Okay? Pag nalubat yung isa, may backup ako. Tama po ba? May mga ganyan po bang experience sa bahay? Hindi ko nakikita yung reaction niya, no? Pero I think maraming napapangiti, maraming ay, oo nga. Okay? So, pag sinuportahan niyo po yung anak niyo na ganon, yung maraming device, palit, kasi nalulubat, kayo po ang magkakaroon ng problema. Aside sa tataas ang kuryente, no? Gagawin yung magkakaroon ng health problems ang inyong anak kasi non-stop sa device. Okay? And nagkakaroon sila ng less focus sa studies, no? Dapat mag-set po tayo ng oras ng paggawa ng modules, pag-aaral. Ito, set mo ng time sa paglalaro. Something like that. Medyo mahirap, but if you start today, no, magplano po kayo ng ganon, sama niyo yung anak niyo sa pagpaplano so that they would feel that they are important, that you are after their welfare, mas maganda po yun. And most probably, they would be able to focus then on their studies kasi alam nila that you are supporting them. That you understand na okay lang maglaro, pero dapat priority pa rin ang study. So, mothers all around the globe are worried about their children spending watching television and playing video games. So these addictions work like most addictions, acting like a major motivator for the children. Okay? So, which is why the child finds it difficult to focus on studies in the formative years. So, ano ba yung mga formative years natin? Yung mga sa bata. Okay? Even preschoolers, tapos grade schoolers, yan yung mga formative years, no? Pag may mga anak po kayong ganyan, abay dapat talagang gawin natin ito. Okay? Pag college student ng anak nyo, reminder na lang. Okay? Constant reminder. But if you have younger children, kailangan siguro gawin natin ito, no? So, it makes it hard for him to focus on studies because of those gadgets. So, again, mag-set po tayo ng plan, ng time para matulungan yung mga anak no, so that they can still focus on their studies. Okay? Next is obesity. So, there is increased risk of being obese. Katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, pag umupo ka na sa sofa, sa kama, humiga ka, gumamit ka ng gadget, okay? Wala ka na ibang gagawin hindi ka nagagalaw. Okay? Playing a game or fiddling with a gadget, or yung kalikot ng gadget, no? Yung mga, kunyari, browse, pero 1 oras, 2 oras ka na nagbo-browse ng cellphone. This makes you hungry and unknowingly you begin to binge food. Okay? So, hanap ka ng pagkain, hindi mo alam, ang dami mo na palang nakakain. Okay? Without moving an inch from the couch or thus, it adds pounds to your weight. Okay? Dahil nga hindi ka gumagalaw eh. Nanonood ka lang, hawak mo lang cellphone mo. 'Di ba? Actually, pag hawak mo yung cellphone mo, kaya nga nauso yung mga stand na ipapatong mo yung mga cellphone. Kasi nakakapagod din sa wrist, sa kamay, yung paghawak ng cellphone, no? Tapos, nanonood ka, ang ganda ng palabas. Or kain tayong chips, kain tayong hamburger. Ganyan. Okay lang kumain, pero i-moderate din po natin yung mga anak natin, ha? Kasi, really, based on studies, talagang nagkakaroon ng risk to become obese yung mga bata. Okay? Yan. Next is, it triggers neck and pain, and back pain. Sorry. Okay? Tingnan niyo po yung picture. Ayan. Binge eating. Ito, yan. Triggers neck and back pain. Check your children. Check their posture when they are using the gadget. Even college students, they sit like that when playing. Ayaw pang paistorbo. Not knowingly, sasabihin sa inyo pagtapos maglaro, ang sakit po ng likod ko, ang sakit po ng leeg ko. Why? Kasi hindi nila pinansin, hindi rin pinansin ng adults yung posture nila while using the internet. Abay, isang oras, 2 oras ka ba namang ganyan ang position mo? It would really trigger neck and back pain, no? Magiging hukot or kuba, okay? Lost in their electronic world, kids hardly realize that their posture is being at stake, no? While using their gadgets. Constant engagement with gadgets cause back pain and other muscle-related issues to children and even to adults without even them realizing it. So poor sitting posture triggers neck pain, which results in sore neck muscles. Okay? So neck and back aches at a young age are very harmful for children. Kasi yan yung, dyan nagpo-form yung mga structure ng bones natin. Pero kung bata pa lang at ganyan na ang posisyon, problema po yan, no? Since they tend to affect the posture of the child for lifetime if not looked after on time. So parents, please remind your children, check, ganun po talagang magiging natin let's be observant of our children. Wala namang problema kung sisitahin sila. 'Di ba? So, kasi mas malaking problema kapag ngayon pa lang hindi mo yan sinita, hindi mo yan kinorek. Even the students in the classroom, yung mga sitting position, syempre, hindi mo alam kung tinatamad or whatsoever, but then again, kailangan, even inside the classroom, they should be sitting properly. In front of the computers, they should sit properly. Meron tayong mga tinatawag na ergonomics, no? Kaya lang, hindi na natin siya madidiscuss dito. If you'll have time, you can check ergonomics. So at least you'll have ideas, ano ba yung mga tamang position, anong tamang position ng mga computer, etc. So that it can help your children relax while using the computer, even during their online classes. Okay? Next is strain on the eye. Okay, syempre alam natin yan. Ano bang strain on the eye? Batang-bata pa lang naka-eyeglasses na, no? Hindi ko naman lahat, let's not be judgmental, no? Probably hereditary kung bakit malabo yung mata ng bata. Okay? Pero, kung alam mong gadget user siya, ayan, probably yun yung reason. Okay? So, para hindi natin ma-experience na ang bata pa ng mga anak natin ay magsasalamin na, try to do something. Okay? So, electronic devices are the main cause of eye problems among children. No? Overuse of gadgets results in drying up the fluid in their eyes and causing multiple eye infections and also affects the vision. Okay? So, para hindi po natin yan maging problema sa mga anak natin, you should have proper lighting. Hindi pwedeng madilim na madilim yung parang nasa sinihan. Madilim na madilim yung kwarto tapos ang liwanag, sobrang bright nung gadget ng anak ninyo. So, problema po yun, no? So, you have to find ways na or tell your children, teach your children kung saan dapat pumosisyon kapag maglalaro. Dapat may proper lighting, okay? Para at least, tapos dapat medyo malayo yung gadget sa kanya kapag gumagamit ng gadget. Yung ibang bata halos nasa mata na yung mga nasa dikit na sa mukha yung hawak ng cellphone, no? So teach them magbasa-basa din po tayo about that so that we can teach our children kung ano yung tama to avoid problems in the eyes. Okay? So related to that is radiation exposure. Okay? Kids love borrowing their parents' smartphones. Okay? Si mommy, si daddy naman willingly will hand them the gadget. Okay? Little do we know that holding wireless gadgets too close to the body can increase your child's radiation exposure. Next picture po. So wireless gadgets emit radiation which is absorbed by child's body at a particular rate higher than the adult. So the radiation exposure can cause cancer. We all know that. And other health risk. Okay? So based on this picture, see the 5-year-old, the 10-year-old, and an adult, okay, the younger the user, the more radiation it gets or being exposed to more radiation. So, kapag hindi po natin nilimit yung gamit ng oras ng gadget sa mga anak natin, mas maraming tendency they would absorb more radiation, no? So, ayan po. Kailangan moderated ang gamit ng cellphone. Okay? Pag masyadong bata, kailangan wag muna. Hanggat maaari, wag muna, no? Kailangan mayroong supervision ng matanda. Okay? Lastly is the sense of isolation or restrains social relationships. Okay? Again, parang yung kanina yan na problema natin, no? An increased screen time reduces the overall social time of the students or of the children. So it also subsequently increases the amount of time a child spends alone. So the more screen time, the more alone time, may me time siya. Okay? When a child indulges into an electric gadget or electronic gadget, his entire focus vests on the gadget. So naturally, he isn't going to pay attention to the stuffs going on around him. Kasi nakafocus siya sa gadget. So when you agree on getting your child a new electronic gadget, you are unintentionally nurturing a socially isolated child. Okay? Pwedeng may ganong notion, no? Kapag binigyan mo ng bagong gadget yung anak mo, parang unintentionally ginagawa mo na siyang sabi you're nurturing a socially isolated child. Ganun ba yon? Binigyan ko na nga ng cellphone yung anak ko, tapos ako pa yung naging cause para maging alone or isolated or introvert. Syempre hindi, 'di ba? Hindi ganoon yung idea natin kung bakit natin bibigyan ng cellphone, okay? It's just that para ma-avoid natin yung sense of isolation, kailangan may moderation pa rin. Kailangan may interaction pa rin sa tao. Dahil nga pandemic tayo, hindi makalabas yung bata, hindi makapunta sa mga sa kahit man lang sa labas ng street, 'di ba, para makipaglaro sa mga bata. Kayo na kasama sa bahay, kailangan merong communication, may interaction kayo. Okay? For my personal experience, okay? Ano bang nangyayari? So that my child won't experience this sense of isolation. Kapag kailangan niya ng kalaro, okay, sige, makikipaglaro ako. And sometimes I ask him to play games, yung mga board games. Okay, Word Factory, chess, hindi kasi ako marunong, kahit gusto niya mag-chess, di ako marunong mag-chess eh. Scrabble, okay? Parang, ano pa ba yung mga games na nilalaro namin? Basta hindi siya gadget related, hindi siya electronic gadgets. You can play with them. Yung mga parents na nasa bahay, okay? Try to communicate, try to interact with your children para wala silang sense of isolation. Hindi nila ma-feel na I'm alone, mas okay ako na mag-solo ako. Hindi ganoon. Kailangan ipa-realize pa rin natin sa kanila na it's better na meron tayong social life, meron tayong communication with other people. Okay? Hindi man ngayon sa ibang tao, pero at least within your house, within your family, you can still talk. Yung example ko kanina, ang anak nasa taas, ang nanay nasa baba, cellphone na lang ang gagamitin para mag-communicate. Medyo iwasan po natin yung ganun. Okay? Try to call them. Kayo pa rin naman ng nanay, kayo pa rin naman susunod, di ba? Ask them to go down. At least meron pa rin personal communication, no? Hindi yung puro cellphone lang ang gagamitin to communicate. Okay? So I hope these 10 effects of using unmoderated, excessive electronic use of gadgets, aware tayo dito so that we would know kung ano yung mga pwede nating gawin, pwede nating iwasan, what are the measures that we can implement to our children para hindi natin ma-experience yung pinaka-worst effect ng paggamit ng electronic gadgets. Yun po. So, with regards to, okay pa po ba kayo dyan? Gising pa, buhay pa? Konti na lang. Kaya pa. Okay. So, whether we like it or not, no, we have to accept that technology really changed so many things, okay, in our lives, especially in connecting people, in communicating with people, okay? But for families, the basics of talking with children about safety should always be the same. Okay? Magbago man yan, sangkatutak na bagong technology man yan dumating. Pero the way we should communicate with our family, with people, should still be the same. Okay? So here are a few tips that you can use. Marami po talaga information overload nga sa internet, no? But these 6 steps, I think, would be enough to start, no? To start para magkaroon tayo ng healthy online experience, okay? Especially your children. Sige po. Yan. First is to let your child know that the same rules apply online also applies offline, okay? Anong ibig sabihin yan? If it's not something you want others to do to you, don't do it to others. Kumbaga, ito yung ano natin sa 10 Commandments, this is one of the, or commandments of life. Parang, do not do unto others what you don't want others to do unto you. Diba? Kung ano yung gusto mong gawin ng ibang tao sa'yo, gawin mo rin sa kanila. Pero kung ano yung ayaw mong gawin ng ibang tao sa'yo, do not do it also to others. Okay? Katulad ng if you want others to respect you, you should also respect them. Okay? For example, in using the internet, using social media, to show respect, anong ibig sabihin nun? Okay? People have their own opinions. We have our own opinions. Okay? Whether you agree or not, hindi mo pwedeng slander or kung ano-anong comments ang ilalagay mo sa Facebook, sa social media. Let him or let the person express his own idea. Teach your children, yung medyo to for adults natin. Mga bata kasi hindi pa naman natin to inaalaw, no? Sa mga college students, control yourselves, okay? Practice respect, okay? Kung hindi nyo gusto yung nakita nyo, pwede namang i-report, di ba? Pero kung personal opinion yon, wag ka nang mag-react, okay? So, just as much or just as you might tell your child to look both ways before crossing the street or to wear a helmet while riding their bike. So, kung ano yung safety na gusto natin or na ginagawa natin sa normal life, dapat ganun din yung safety na ibigay natin when using the internet. For example, parang sa security po ito, no? Sa bahay natin, bago tayo umalis, 'di ba? Anong ginagawa ninyo? Kunyari, walang maiiwan sa bahay. Okay? Walang maiiwan sa bahay ninyo. Ang ginagawa nyo, nilalak nyo, double lock, triple lock, may CCTV, ano pa? Lahat na ng security measures, no, ilalagay nyo para hindi kayo manakawan. Okay? So, sa internet naman, ganun din. You have to set measures, you have to follow security measures kapag gumagamit ng internet. We have to understand ano ba yung mga computer threats. So baka sa cybersecurity mamayang hapon ma-discuss yun. You should understand what are the different threats that you might encounter while using the internet, while being online, while using the gadget. You should also teach this to your children. Okay? Kung ano yung security na i-implement nyo sa bahay should also apply while using the internet. So teach them to think before they share online. So sabi ni engineer kanina, 'di ba? Think before you click. So yun yung isa talaga sa pinakaano sa internet when online. Okay? Why? Because whatever you share, whatever you post, it reflects your personality. Kunyari, nasa prominenteng pamilya ka, or teacher ka, or civil servant ka, or public official, government official, hindi ka pwedeng basta-basta mag-post because it will affect your credibility. It will affect your personality towards kung sino man yung mga nakapaligid sa inyo. Okay? So again, let your child know that the same rules apply online will also be applied when you are offline. Okay? Next po. Yan. Try to be a good role model. Katulad ng binanggit natin kanina, di ba? One of our objectives is to become a good role model. Okay? So, do as you do, not as you say. Di ba? Anong sinasabi niya yan? Do as you do, not as you say. Hindi pwedeng sinabi mo lang. Parang live what you preach. Kung ano yung lumalabas sa bibig mo, ano yung sinasabi mo, it should be seen in your actions. Okay? Example ko kanina, 10 o'clock, kailangan matulog na. Okay? Ikaw din mismo, 10 o'clock matulog ka. Hindi yung nakikita ng anak mo, gising ka pa. Okay? You have to follow your own rules and show and set a good example to your children na talagang sinusunod mo kung ano yung ginawa ninyong policy or agreement. Okay? So if you set time restrictions on your children when your children can use social media or online, you have to follow the same rules. Okay? Hindi lang naman yung oras, no? Ano pa bang mga pwedeng iset na example? Sinabi mo, ayaw mo ng mga sa TikTok, di ba kung ano, magandang avenue siya, no? Na you can express yourselves, na pa-practice yung dancing and singing skills. Lahat po ba may TikTok account? Kung wala man, at least napapanood nyo rin siya, no? Sa Facebook or sa kahit anong social media, may mga TikTok na lumalabas doon, no? Pag sinabi mong ayoko ng may mga bad words, mga images na hindi maganda, kailangan pag nakita ka ng anak mo nanonood, hindi rin niya makita na pinapanood mo yung ganon. Okay? So natutuwa lang din po ako sa anak ko na when I say na pag may mga ganitong words, may mga FUCK na sinabi, kahit na unintentional, yung mga ginagamit ng mga vloggers na terms na hindi magaganda, I'm telling him to not follow or to unfollow yung TikTok account na yon. Ay, awa naman ng Diyos, sumusunod naman yung anak ko. Pero we never know, di ba? Kasi hindi ko nga nakikita 24 hours. So, kailangan, anong gawin natin? Once in a while, you check what they are watching. Pag sinabi nilang, Mama, please watch this one. Okay? Minsan kahit busy tayo, minsan ako rin guilty Teka, busy ako, may ginagawa ako. Okay? But let's take an effort, let's find time na mapanood din natin kung ano yung ginagawa ng mga bata. No? From there, makikita mo, ito pala yung pinapanood ng anak ko, safe ako. Okay? So, kung ano yung pinagbawal mo sa kanya, gawin mo din. So, make an effort to check that. Pag sinabing mapanoorin mo, panoorin yun din naman. No, even the teachers, when your students will ask you, sir, baka gusto mo naman panoorin to, tingnan mo, napakaganda nitong material na to. Okay? Try to find time na silipin kung ano yung sinasabi ng estudyante mo. We might learn from them and we might understand kung ano yung sentiments nila or concerns nila by watching kung ano man yung pinapakita nila sa atin. Okay, let's try to set a good role model to our children, to our students. Sige po. Then engage early, okay? Ito, okay to para dun sa mga mga bata pa yung mga anak. Pero pag ang mga anak nyo medyo teenager na, college students na, medyo mahirap. But still, it's not too late, okay? To engage, okay? What does it mean? Engage early. So research shows that many children as young as 6 have access to smartphones and tablets. Tama naman. Okay, just as you laid the foundation for dialogue and conversation offline with your children as early as you can, you should also lay the foundation early online. Okay? So magsa-start pa lang siyang gumamit ng gadget. Okay? So umpisa pa lang mag-set ka na ng rules. Ituro mo na sa kanya ang mga do's and don'ts. Okay? Katulad ng 'di ba, yun yung example niya. Pag nagse-set tayo ng dialogue and conversation sa mga bata sa house rules, 'di ba? As early as we can, hanggat mga bata pa sila, nagse-set na tayo ng mga rules sa bahay. 'Di ba? May mga curfew, pag kumakain, ganito dapat, etc., etc., 'di ba? So, ganun din, habang bata sila, di ba? So, pag gumamit tayo ng internet, pag gagamitin natin yung mga anak natin, wag basta bibigyan. Okay? Try to explain. Masyado pang bata, 3 years old, paano maintindihan? Matatalino yung mga bata na yan. It's just how you will explain. It's a matter of how you will explain to your children and how you will regularly monitor them. Okay? Kailangan mag-engage ka. Kailangan as early as you can, makialam ka dun sa gagawin ng bata, especially when using the gadget. Okay? Para hindi ka mahirapang mag-control sa dulo. Okay? So hindi natin may experience yung mga effects ng overuse of gadget kasi umpisa pa lang, nag-engage ka na. Okay? Nag-set ka na ng rules. Tinuruan mo na yung bata. Okay? Yun yung digital citizenship. Okay? Engaging early. Okay, next po. Next is identify and seize key moments. Okay? Ano pong ibig sabihin nun? For example, when your child gets their first mobile phone, okay? It's a good time to set ground rules. So just like I mentioned, okay? When your child is old enough to join Facebook and other social media, it's also a good time to talk about safe sharing. Okay? When your child learns or gets a driver's license, it's a good time to discuss the importance of not texting and driving. Why these examples? Okay? Kahit na late na, pero first time niya, take that chance to teach. Okay? And to explain kung ano yung mga do's and don'ts, ano yung mga pros and cons. Okay? Sa umpisa pa lang ng paggamit niya, turuan mo na siya kahit na matanda na yung nagsimula. Pero umpisa pa lang niya ng paggamit niya ng gadget, turuan mo na kagad ng do's and don'ts. Nagets po ba? Huwag yun ang abutin na matagal na siyang gumamit bago pa turuan. Aba, hindi, may sarili nang yung strategy yan. Hindi mo na matuturuan, hindi mo na mababali. Okay? So, as early as you can, you seize the moment and teach them. Okay? So, maganda po yan pag regularly natin minomonitor yung mga bata. Malalaman mo na ano ba tong mga moments na to. Okay? Ayan, sige po. Next. Trust yourself. Okay? This is very important for parents and for teachers. Okay? Kapag nagda-doubt ka kasi, ay baka mas magaling sa akin yung anak ko. Hindi ko na yan magagawa, ganyan-ganyan. You have to trust yourself. Okay? You can adapt the same parenting style for your child's online activities as you do offline. Okay? So if you find that your child responds to the negotiated agreement, try to create a contract between you and the parent. I mean, with your children. So, or maybe, your child just needs to know the basic rules, okay? Trust yourself na kaya mong maging role model, kaya mo siyang turuan ng digital citizenship, okay? Para magkaroon ng healthy environment or online environment yung mga anak ninyo when they are using gadgets, electronic gadgets. Next po. And lastly, ask your children to teach you. Okay? Ito nga yung sinasabi kasi natin kaninang problema, di ba? Yung unang binanggit ko, ano yung problema na binanggit ko? Reverse socialization. Okay? Na ang nangyayari ngayon, yung mga bata ang nagtuturo sa mga matatanda. Wala namang problema. Okay? Wala namang problema. Lalo na kapag left behind na kayo, you should be humble enough that you need to be taught by your children. Okay? Ang mahirap, yung pinabayaan mo siya at hindi mo inalam kung anong ginagawa niya. Baka later on magkaroon ng problema. So, hanggat kaya mong magpaturo, hanggat kaya mong matutunan, okay, ask your children to teach you. Okay? So, ano sabi dito? Not on Facebook or kasi Facebook ang ating dito sponsor sa ating parenting tips, okay? So, maybe you're interested in trying a streaming music service. Alam niyo yung TikTok, gusto niyo mag-TikTok. O ipaturo kayo sa anak niyo kasi nakikita niyo araw-araw nagti-TikTok. Kailangan mong makausap yung kumari mo or yung classmate mong elementary. Hindi ka marunong mag-Facebook, ask them to teach you. Okay? Pero wag naman yung every minute tatawagin mo, anak, it's nakakainis din, diba? You have to exert effort din. Turuan ka ng basic, tapos, edi ikaw na mag-explore. Okay? Yan. So, if your children are already familiar with these apps and sites, they can be excellent resource. Okay? So, the conversation can also serve as an opportunity to talk about issues of safety, privacy, and security. Hindi lang basta magpapaturo ka, no? Take that chance so that you can discuss with your children kung ano yung mga do's and don'ts. Okay? So, yan nga. Safety, privacy, and security. So, 6 lang po yon. Sige po, next. Yan. Mahirap po bang gawin? Yes, medyo mahirap, no? Pero challenge po talaga to, challenging. And it's very timely, no? Kasi lahat na ng ginagawa natin online. Okay? So, tandaan nyo lang po tong 6 na to. Let your child know that the same rules apply online as applied offline. Okay? Kayo pa rin ang mga magulang, kayo pa rin ang masusunod. Irregardless kung ilang taon na yung mga anak ninyo, elementary, high school, college, still, you are the parents, you should be the one na mag-set ng rules. Okay? Try to be a good role model. Very hard, but let's try our best to become good role models to our children, especially in using electronic gadgets. Engage early. It's not too late. Okay? Engage early para mas madali nating makontrol ang mga anak natin. Mas madaling ma-monitor, mas madaling makontrol. Identify and seize key moments. Okay? So, kung observant tayong mga anak, pag sabihin nyo sobrang busy sa trabaho, talagang it will take you, it needs extra effort, okay, para mahanap natin tong key moments na ito. Kapag hindi mo binigyan ng time yung anak mo, you will never find these key moments. Okay? And then trust yourself. Trust yourself that you can do it. Trust yourself that you can learn. Para pareho kayo ng mga anak ninyo ng alam, pareho kayo na nasa healthy environment. Okay? And be humble enough to ask your children to teach you. Dahil nga yan sa reverse socialization natin, no? It's a fact already. And to eliminate, to solve the digital gap, okay, the digital generation gap, let's be humble enough na okay lang naturuan tayo ng mga anak natin. Okay? We are not saying na ito lang yung tips na pwede nyo gawin. There are so many measures, there are so many ways that we can improve to become digital parents, no, smart digital parents. But what's important here is that you are having already the conversation with your children. Hindi siya online, hindi digital ang ginagamit nyo to discuss matters. Kailangan meron pa ring face-to-face. Kailangan maramdaman nila na may pakialam kayo sa kanila. Okay? Hindi yung puro, wag naman po yung pagagalitan nyo, naglalaro ng ML. Ano ba? Ganyan. Yung sinisigawan yung as if you are nagging the children. Ay, maiinis po yun. Okay? So, try to, try to use good words. Alam nyo ng mga bata ngayon, no? Ayun ng mga sinisigawan eh. Okay? So, gamit po tayo ng strategy that will be best for our children. Okay? Next po. Yan. So, recap lang siya, no? What are the benefits of using technology? Okay? We all know that it is really best, especially these times, no? It is used for education and getting information. Then it's also a great way to learn and access to wealth of knowledge. Alam natin yan, sa internet, pag pumasok ko sa internet, si Google, best friend niya natin si Google eh. Okay? Information overload naman. So, just select the best information that you can get. Research, ability to do extensive research and access to research. Okay, you can also use it to access information, unlimited access to information. We also use this for communication with friends, parents, and social skills. So, dagdagan ko lang po, no? Yung anak ko is just 9 years old. I'm not allowing him to use Facebook na may mga post at makikita kung anong-ano. But I made an account for him ng Messenger. Kasi we can use the Messenger to communicate. Mas madali namin, may assignment ka, may ganyan, anak, kumusta ka, I love you. I and my son use that tool to communicate. Aside dun sa bahay pagdating ko. So once in a while, dapat sine-check din natin sila. So ako po ang advice ko, if your children are still young, mga elementary, wag niyo nang i-allow na mag-fake account, no? Tapos, although yung anak ko din, syempre, hindi naman sa Messenger, ganun din, di ba? May age limit din siya, no? But as much as possible, do not allow them to engage dun sa Facebook na ang dami-dami nilang nakikita. Messenger would be enough for elementary students, just for communication. And then it's also a new way of learning and have to keep up with the technology. And another one is game. Actually, pag naglalaro, medyo addicting pag sobra, no? But it could also be a way to learn, okay? To learn and enjoy while playing. So, yun yung mga benefits ng paggamit ng technology. However, meron din siyang downside, okay? Tingnan po natin yung harmful naman. It can harm because there might be, alam natin yan, madami yan, no? There are stalkers, child molesters, predators, bad people online. Hindi, ang hirap i-determine, ang hirap i-detect. So, katulad ng sinasabi namin, sa mga, ayan, pag nagbibigay kami ng mga information literacy, internet and media information literacy, yung mga webinars, seminars, sinasabi namin na pag gumamit ng social media, especially if you need to accept, katulad ng Facebook, if you need to accept friends, hindi pwedeng basta-basta accept ng accept, okay? You have to check, you have to, para kang maging stalker, no? To see, may common ba? Is there something common dito sa nagre-request ng friend request, no, na nag-send ng friend request. Pag wala namang something in common, parang feeling mo wala namang link, wag mo nang i-accept, okay? Probably it can be a stalker or something, okay? So there are inappropriate materials, things, or he might see. No, ang babata pa para makita yon. That's why yun nga yung sinabi ko, hindi ko inaalaw yung anak ko na mag-Facebook. Okay, only Messenger. Access to websites that are not appropriate for age, nasty sites. Being sedentary, spending too much time but playing, exercising. No playing, no exercising. No, sedentary yun lang, inactive. Okay, cyberbullying and online bullying. Okay, so explain natin sa kanila kung ano ba yung bullying. Okay? Bullying, yung pag may sinasaktan ka, pag may tinutokso ka ng offline. But if you also do that using your words, using your pictures, mga comments mo, it can be a form of cyberbullying. Explain po natin yan sa mga bata. And then, probably there might be contact with strangers. Yun nga, pag hindi mo kilala, inaccept mo, stranger. There are also porn, sexual materials. It can harm eyes, brain health, and your full well-being. And also, there is lack of social interaction. So, yun yung nabanggit ko kanina. So, you can go back to this benefits and harm. So, at least alam mo kung saan mo i-adjust, saan ka magfo-focus pag tinuruan mo yung anak mo. No? Next po. Ayan. Ito yung sinasabi natin kanina. The new generation, okay, nagkaroon na sila ng mga sariling language, okay? Ang ating mga digital natives, okay? Nagkaroon sila ng online slang 101. Sabi niya, "Bae, you coming through tonight? We're going to break green. For sure, I'll get FOMO if I don't. Don't worry to see you." Yan. Ano bang ibig sabihin niya mga yan? Sige, tingnan natin, ha? Sige po, next slide. These are just examples, okay? I don't know if you're aware of it or not. Pero marami pa. But these are just examples. Bae, anong ibig sabihin ng bae? Crush. Can't wait to see you, bae. Baka anong ibig yung sabihin, bae, bae? Ano ba yan? Extra. Dramatic. She's so extra. Okay? Amazing. Okay? Yung fire. ibig sabihin pala nun, amazing. Baka mamaya na double meaning na pag ikaw yung, kapag mga digital immigrants ang nakarinig, baka iba na ibig sabihin ng fire. Okay? So this tastes fire. Oh no. Ano, fire? Natikman yung fire? But actually, for younger generations, yun ang ibig sabihin nun. Okay? FOMO, fear of missing out. I'll get FOMO if I can't go. Okay? Gucci. We all know that Gucci is a brand na wow, no, expensive and wow. So, meaning, all good. No worries, all Gucci. Okay? JBH. Just being honest. O, pag yung mga nakikita niyo mga conversation ng mga anak ninyo, JBH, ano kaya yung JBH? At least now you know it means just being honest. Lit, super fun. Yo, this party is lit. Okay? Slay, meaning to succeed. Baka ibang ibig sabihin nyo ng slay, no? Slayer. She slayed that project. Yung pala, she succeeded that project. Okay? Snatched, ibig sabihin fashionable. Okay? You're looking so snatched tonight. Pag ibang nakarinig snatch, ano kaya yun? Snatcher? Di ba parang ganon? So kung hindi mo naintindihan yung mga slang terms nila, problema yun. And ito last, gossip. Ibig sabihin pala ng tea, gossip. Huwag na kayong iinom ng tea. No? Baka ibig sabihin mga gossipers kayo. No? Tell me the tea. Okay? Yung pala ibig sabihin, tell me the gossip. Okay? So meron pa. Merong iba pang sige sir. Next po. Yan yung mga harmless, mga normal lang. What about if they will be using bad slang language, no? Addy. Actually, hindi ko na alam yun. Sinerch ko ngayong Adderall Okay? Don't forget to bring the Addy tonight. Drugs, parang drugs na rin siya, no? Break green or 420. Okay? Marijuana pala yun. Para hindi malaman na marijuana, they are using other terms. Catfishing, meaning a fake profile. The guy I was talking to online was just a catfish. Okay? Tayo, sabihin mo, pag matanda ka, ibig sabihin, isda yun. Paano nagkaroon ng isda dun? Okay? Kinausap yung isda. Okay? Cuck session. Okay? Meaning when a group of people gangs up on someone. Okay? What else? Netflix and chill, meaning hook up. POS, ito na, dito, mag-focus ako sa POS. Parent over shoulder. Pag nabasa nyo to sa mga anak ninyo, yung POS, akala mo hindi ko alam yan Parent over shoulder. Meaning, they are warning yung kausap nila or you are warning, your children is warning the one she's talking with na nandito ka. Ang nanay at tatay ko nakikita nandito sa likod ko. Okay? So mag-ingat ka sa sinasabi mo. Something like that. Okay? Or let's talk later kasi they are here. Okay? Ratchet. Meaning nasty. And 99, parents gone. Parents are not in the house. Something like that. So come over. My parents are 99 today. Imagine niyo mga ginagamit nilang mga slang. Okay? Hopefully, those youth attendees today will not use those slang terms, no? Medyo hindi okay Okay? Sige, next po. Yan. Ito pa, meron pang these are few, no? Pero hindi ko na isa-isahin, no? So, meron siyang IDC, I don't care. No? Ang tamad mag-type. So, yun yung sinasabi ko sa inyo in terms of communication and literature writing. Wala na. Type na lang, acronym. Hindi na nga magta-type. I mean, hindi na nga magsusulat. Pinaiksi pa lalo, no? Sobrang naging katamaran ng mga bata. Instead na I don't care, IDC. Are you? As in, naging letter R at letter U na lang. Okay? Baba. Just a minute. JAM. Okay? J4F. Sorry, hindi sabi ko. J4F, just for fun. Okay? And so many others. O yung LOL, yung mga parents, baka isipin nyo kung ano yun. Baka sabihin nyo, ULOL yun. Hindi po yun, LOL means laughing out loud. Kasi hindi nila marinig. Dahil nagta-type sila, hindi sila yung expression nila na tumawa ng malakas won't be heard by the person they are talking with. So, yun na lang. LOL na lang siya. Okay? Meron pang OMG, good night, naging GN na lang. Parang nawala na yung sweetness ng good night, no? GN. But for children, for millennials, it's okay. Nagkakaintindihan na sila dyan. Okay? So, minsan pagkausap ko yung anak ko, example ha, hindi ko shortcut kasi baka makasanayan. And mako-compromise ang alin. Yung pagsispell ng words, baka yung spelling na ginagamit ko, pag shortcut ko, makalakihan niya, so magiging poor in spelling siya, 'di ba? Nauso yan even sa SMS, 'di ba, before? Kasi ang mahal ng text. Anong ginagawa nyo? Nawawala na yung vowels. Tama ba? Shortcut natin. Parang naging ganyan din siya. Kaya nagkaroon ng mga acronyms. But it's good for us parents to be aware of these things para kung ano man yung i-message sa inyo ng mga anak ninyo at ginamitan kayo ng shortcut, alam nyo kung anong ibig sabihin. Okay, next po. Ayan. These are just additional information just to show you ano ba yung mga tinatanong kay Google, no? So, ayan. 2 out of 5 parents do not feel confident to have the tech talk with their kids, discussing topics like screen time, discovering quality content, digital safety, and well-being, and more. Ano yung ibig sabihin nakakalungkot, no? 2 out of 5 lang. Sorry. It's good pala kasi dalawa sa 5 lang. Sorry. Dapat yan? 0 na lang, no? The parents should feel confident discussing things like that to your children. In that way, mas madali niyong mapapaintindi sa kanila yung digital citizenship, yung proper use of digital technology. Okay? Yung isa, 1 in 4 talks to their kids about their favorite online activities less than 2 times a year. Ayun ang medyo pangit. Dapat ito, most of the time din, dapat tanungin niyo yung mga anak nyo, anong nilalaro mo, anong pinapanood mo. You should be aware of them. Ako pala, example ko, yung YouTube niya, okay, account ko yung nakalagin. Okay, nagulat siya dati. Bakit? Okay, kasi nakikita ko kung ano yung mga pinapanood niya. And now he's aware na hindi siya pwedeng manood ng hindi okay, na hindi acceptable sa akin. Kasi nakikita ko lahat yung mga pinapanood niya. Okay, so hopefully you can also do such measure. Okay, next po. Ayan. Remote learning became the norm, especially during this pandemic time, no? So, ayan. Many people are using laptops. Ayan, 48% are using laptops, 32% using tablets, and 20% using phones, okay? So, regardless of the device that we are using, still we are engaged in remote learning. Kasi ito na yung norm natin Wala nang magagawa kung hindi sumunod. Otherwise, lang mapapag-iwanan yung mga bata. Okay? Sige po, next. Actually, it's fun to learn at home, di ba? Screen time rules are changing. Ayan. So, how much screen time for kids? So, yung mga nakakatawa na yung mga parents, they are asking Google, ano ba dapat? Okay? So, syempre, actually, maraming mga sagot yan, no? Reached an all-time high on Google search. Okay? Kasi nga, halos lahat na online. So, gaano nga ba katagal? Okay? 2 out of 5 of the parents, they are relaxed screen time rules. Okay? Yung okay lang, chill lang. Tapos yung sumunod naman, allowed increased screen time for kids. Kasi nga, hindi makapaglaro sa bahay. O di, sige, dagdagan pa yung oras ng panonood. Pero ano bang dapat? Let's see. Sige po, next slide. Yan. Kita nyo ba? Okay. Screen use advice for parents and guardians, especially during this COVID-19, no? That all children are at home. Okay? So, 1-year-old or infants, as much as possible, no screen use. Okay? Kasi nga, radiation. Okay? They are more prone to cancer. More radiation pag mas bata. 2 to 4 years old, okay, 1 hour of screen use. 1 hour. 1 hour lang. Okay? Pwede namang anong tawag dito? Kasi kailangan, para ma-avoid yung strain ng eyes, yung mga body and neck pain, something like that. No? Pwede namang staggered yung kunyari 30 minutes, tapos pahinga, ibang gagawin. O di tsaka mo ulit papanoorin, pero wag yung continuous. Okay? Kasi mahirap na yung continuous. Katulad ngayon sa school, yung online class nila, moderated yung oras. Hindi pwedeng diretsong, kung sa normal school, diretsong 6 hours, 7 hours, ang pahinga lang ay lunch break. Okay? Hindi pwedeng ganun katagal ang mga bata online. Normally, 3 to 4 hours lang pag online. Yung online school yung nagkaklase sila, paano gagamit pa ng cellphone para maglaro. Okay? So, kayo na pong parents ang bahalang mag-moderate. But it is advised that children below or children between 2 to 4 should only have at least 1 hour. Okay? And for older children, again, you manage the screen time of your children. Parents, kayo na po ang bahala dyan. We cannot we cannot say na dapat 3 hours lang, 4 hours. Hindi, case to case basis, and it depends on the situation in the house. So kung moderate nyo naman po yan, wala po tayong magiging problema. Okay? Activate parental control features if you can. Set clear rules about screen time, and educate your children about the use of internet and how to be safe and vigilant of these computer threats. Okay? Sige po, next. Yan. Balancing on and offline time is the key. Okay? So, ano ba? Sorry, mag-11 na pala. Okay? Reach an all-time high on Google search. So, looking for well-being and mindful content to help balance and on and offline activities. Actually, ito po magandang tanong to, no? Kailangan mabalance natin yung online at saka offline life. Kailangan meron pa rin mga activities. That's why I started yung mga traditional games at saka digital games. Okay? At least you find time to get other activities para hindi laging nasa computer lang. Okay? Next po. Yan. Discovering fun activities is a must. Okay? So, ano ba? Yung iba nakikita ko po nagpo-post, nagkakaroon sila ng gardening with their children, cooking and baking with their children, may mga painting. Okay? Isip po tayo mga parents ng ibang mga activities, no? Hindi lang pang younger children na, even for yung mga medyo may teenagers na or older. Okay? You can also do these activities, no? Meron kayong interaction with the family, may family bonding, and at the same time nalilesen yung oras sa paggamit ng digital gadgets. Sige po. Yan. Families are using multiple devices at home. Yan, nabanggit ko na yung kanina. So, wag po nating hayaan yung mga bata na multiple gadgets yung gagamitin. Pag na lobat yung isa, naka-ready na yung isa. Wag pong ganon, ha? So, it could cause a bigger problem later on. Okay? Health issues, social life ng inyong mga anak, it can be a big problem later on. Okay? Next po. Ayan. Medyo patapos na tayo, no? So, ito yung parang final ko. Yan, tuwan-tuwa sila. Malapit na matapos. Okay? Digital parenting. Tandaan po natin, we need to share, learn, and play together with our children. Okay? Let's spend active time together. Hindi yung puro cellphone, may sarili siyang pinapanood, tumatawa siya mag-isa, kayo din, ganun. Sometimes we have to find some activities, katulad ng nabanggit ko kanina, okay, to spend time together. By finding quality activities and sharing digital experiences with our children, most likely we can build a strong foundation for them, for their future learning and growth as well. Okay? And we also have to stay healthy and safe online. Okay, hindi pwedeng alam lang natin gamitin. Kailangan isipin natin lagi yung ating health, ang ating well-being. Okay, let's make sure that our children will learn and grow with loving relationships in a healthy, safe, and supportive environment. So they also need lots of interaction and conversation from us adults and other children. So we need to make sure that this applies to their digital experience too. Okay, last po. Yan. So, always remember, no, ang cellphone natin has already replaced watch kasi may clock sa cellphone. Our camera, wala na yung mga digital camera kasi ang cellphone may camera na. Calendar and even alarm clock nasa cellphone na lahat. Please remember, please don't let it replace your family and your friends. Okay, tandaan po natin yan. Mahalaga pa rin ang direct communication, interaction with our family. ICT, digital gadgets are very useful if used properly. Thank you once again. Thank you, the ICT and EU for inviting me. I hope na meron po kayong natutunan this morning.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Marley, for that very informative session. Bukod sa mga kasama nating participants na mga parents at mga adults ngayon na they are now empowered digital parents. Meron din tayong mga participants ngayon na mga empowered digital titos and digital titas dahil sa mga input na binigay ni Ma'am Marlene. Ano ma'am, yung term na ngayon meron na din bukod sa digital parents. Kaming mga millennials, pwede na rin kaming makonsider na digital titos, mga digital titas kasi we are learning also about this, and yung session ay nakatulong talaga para mas ma-enlighten pa, especially yung mga young people na mga soon to be mga tito at mga tita, yun. Tapos yung mga digital immigrants natin. Ako na as a millennial, the session is very lit. Sabi nga kanina yung mga terms this is a very lit na session. Now for the question and answer, again thank you ma'am, thank you po para sa session. Bigyan ko lang ng konting time si Ma'am Marley para mag-catch ng kanyang breath kasi doon sa napaka-informative na session. We are encouraging everyone to please use the comment section, and we have also provided you the link para sa inyong mga katanungan. And gaya dun sa mga sa naging session natin, it all boils down to our discipline as digital parents, whether we have this kind of parenting style na authoritative or disciplinarian type of parent, or we are this kind of very permissive and indulgent or uninvolved and authoritative. Babalik at babalik, sabi nga kanina pa ulit-ulit na sinasabi ni Ma'am Marley na babalik at babalik sa pagiging parents natin yon, kasi tayo yung nagbibigay sa mga bata ng authority over using gadgets, over accessing different sites and using different applications. So nasa atin po yung malaking responsibilidad, and we hope that this session really helps you and enlighten you sa mga bagay na dapat nating matutunan. Thank you so much po, Ma'am Marlene. Meron tayong mga questions, yung mga questions po sa mga participants natin sa YouTube. Feel free po to comment sa ating comment section yung mga tanong ninyo. At doon sa mga participants natin sa Google Meet, meron tayong link. May mga nakikita ako mga comments dito sa may chat box ng Google Meet, kaya medyo nangingiti ako, parang may mga gusto ng
mag-asawa.
Magpapamilya na daw. Okay. May question muna ako ma'am bago natin puntahan yung ating mga pinadalang question. Although maraming salamat po dahil kahit 11 na meron pa rin, nandito pa rin, active pa rin tayo. Doon sa may digital generation gap. Kasi sa mga digital immigrant, sa mga digital native, sabi natin we need to learn from the kids as well. Pero what if yung bata medyo nagre-refuse? Kasi di po ba may mga bata na pag nagtatanong si nanay or si tatay, ayaw talaga nilang ituro. Na I know na-experience na ng madami, na ayaw nilang i-share yung nalalaman nila. What is your advice para po sa mga parents natin na nakaka-experience ng ganong scenarios?
Okay, thank you for that question, sir. Actually, hindi lang naman mga anak natin ng resource, no? We can, just like I mentioned kanina, we should exert effort on our own. We can also search on the internet. Kung hindi pa rin marunong mag-internet, you can talk with your colleagues, kumare, kapitbahay. Ayan, kailangan lang maging humble, humility that we need to learn. No, kasi mahihiya kang magtanong if you are not humble, na wala kang acceptance na kailangan mong matuto. If you have that humility, acceptance that you have to learn, that you want to learn, ang daming ways. Hindi lang, ina-advise natin magtanong sa anak, but you also have your colleagues. Kung may kapatid ka, may pinsan ka, you can always ask them. Yun sir.
Yun, thank you ma'am. No? Yung sabi nga niya, marunong yung nagtatanong eh. So we have to be humbled enough to ask questions that we don't know para matutunan natin yung mga bagay. Maraming salamat ma'am. Meron pa tayong question dito from our participants. This has something to do with influencers yata ito. Sabi, how can we promote educational aspects to children knowingly it is a worldwide influence?
Okay. Sa anak natin yan, no? We're talking about our own children or sa klase.
Sa mga anak po natin, ma'am.
Okay. Sa mga anak po natin, yun nga, you have to engage with them, no? To get, to encourage them, okay? Kailangan maramdaman nila na interesado ka, na meron kang pakialam sa kanila, okay? Even if it's general na, makikita mo na siya anywhere, 'di ba? So, pero kung meron kang ipapakitang ikaw personal, may personal touch ka dun sa anak mo, it can be parang mas mararamdaman ng anak mo na I have to learn kasi may pakialam sa akin yung nanay ko. Hindi yung kung saan nila matututunan. It has to be direct from the parent. Okay? Kailangan mag-exert ka ng oras, ng effort to be with your child, to discuss things, to teach them. Okay? And ang dami namang materials. Alam natin ang daming materials, no, all over sa internet. But it would be better if you're the one who will give it to them. Ikaw ang mag-explain. Hindi yung sila lang yung manonood o sila lang yung hahanap ng own way nila. Yun po.
Ayun. Thank you, ma'am. Meron pa tayong isang question dito. Sabi, how can we educate our children to promote good outcome of digital influence? Parang sa ano to? Para sa mga bata pa din, para sa mga anak po natin. How can we educate them?
Actually, it's partnered with with the school. Kailangan yung mga teachers din kasi most of the time, lalo pag may online, okay, hindi dapat pareho kayo ng goal. Okay? Pareho kayo ng goal ng teacher or kung sino man yung kasama mo sa bahay niya, sabi ko kanina, hindi pwedeng ikaw lang. Kailangan kung sino rin yung mga kasama sa bahay, pareho kayo ng goal. Okay? So, kung paano natin ipopromote yun, kung iisa lang yung rule na sinasabi natin, iisa lang yung policy, okay? So, hindi malilito yung bata sa pag produce ng output na gusto natin sa kanila. Kasi kung may consistency, hindi sila maguguluhan. Ayun.
Thank you ma'am. Thank you dun sa pagsagot nun sa second question natin. I guess yung third, meron naging part na rin kanina ng discussion. Dito ma'am may question live sa ating Google Meet, no? Sabi, what can you say about digital parenting with children na may special needs? Yung mga anak natin na may mga special needs, what can you say about digital parenting sa mga katulad nilang mga bata?
Ayun. Actually, same naman yung, anong tawag dito? Same approach din naman siya. Kaya lang mas malambing yung approach na, kasi may special needs sila, di ba? At mas mahaba dapat ang pasensya ng parents pagdating sa pagturo at pag-assist sa kanila. Actually, meron kami dito sa Binya na, dito sa baba namin, we are dealing with special kids. Okay? So, yung ano nila, how do we interact with them, nagiging mas personalized, okay? Yung pagtuturo namin sa kanila. Siyempre, anak nyo yan, personalized din ang pagtuturo, di ba? So, meron tayong ibang mga gadgets, may mga iba tayong mga websites na for yung mga materials nila para talaga sa mga special, mga may special needs. Ayun.
So iba-iba yung atake, no, medyo mas special yung atake compared sa the usual way na ginagawa natin. May extra, may tender loving care na extra effort, sabi nga nila. Okay, Mami Isa, sabi dito, what are the following educational awareness of digital world for parenting?
What does it mean?
What are the following educational awareness? Siguro ma'am, ang tinutukoy nito ay iba't ibang educational awareness para sa digital world ng parenting.
Aside from the webinars being given by DICT, no, maraming yung kahit yung mga social media platforms na ginagamit natin, they have their own anong tawag dito, may mga tips sila para sa parents. Meron silang section that are designed for parents, no? So, kailangan lang magbasa at manood ng mga parents so that they can be well aware and guided by those materials.
Okay, thank you ma'am for answering that question. Again, maraming salamat po sa pag-spend ng time at pag-share ng inyong knowledge about digital